Hello, greedy motherfuckers. How are you today? The past couple weeks I've been fucking burning out. I'm burning out. I'm eating half the food I'm eating right now. Uh, I hate working. That's all I could say is I hate working. I'm not happy with my life, you know? I'm not really happy. I don't want my happiness should not associate with a greedy motherfucker. Any greedy fucking asshole, that I had to use up my time for somebody to get rich. I'm using up my time to get somebody rich. My nose is itchy right now. My nose is fucking itchy. Yeah, I'm just, like I say, 25 years I'm getting somebody else rich. And 25 years of listening to these con men, these con fuckers telling me, how I should live my life. Corporations, governments, they tell you how to live your fucking life, which is really, I've been repeating that again because right now I feel like it's like my whole life. It's like when I go buy stuff in a convenience store, I get it. I hate looking at looking at credit cards saying you are approved. I hate seeing that fucking credit card thing says you are approved. You know. Yeah. What happens if you don't have any money? Well, you know. Then they tear up your card. You tell me what's so positive about tearing up somebody's card trying to eat something, to get food. How is that positive to profit off poor people? That every last dime, counts. Every last dime counts. Every penny counts, and you guys believe you have a positive system. I can't stand credit cards. Today I paid my gas bill, which I don't use much of gas in this fucking house. Water I go through. Well, I don't. I got free water in this fucking house, which is good. Electricity I don't. I hate electricity. Right now it's been hitting me hard. It's gonna be like $200 of electricity. $200 for electricity, for a small house like this. And sooner or later, I gotta replace the AC in the fucking house. That's gonna be another $5,000 just to replace the AC on this thing. Yeah, because the AC is about to go out soon. Uh, there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit I can't stand. It's like my everyday life. It's like when you pay your bills, it's always repeating every fucking day, and it's always on your mind. Thinking about paying bills. And then you have to work hard to pay your bills. If you don't work, you can't pay your bills. This is like it's like having a gun stuck in your fucking head. Like I said, it's always like a gun stuck in your head, no matter what. You know. It's funny. It's like being evicted out of your own house. You tell me what's so positive about being evicted out of a house. All you rich bullshitters out there, all you greedy motherfuckers. What's so positive of kicking people out of houses because they didn't pay? Just tell me what is so positive about kicking people out of houses. Yeah. It's like what's so positive about poor people struggling? Everyday life. Why do you call them lazy? I don't get you fuckers who call poor people lazy. I think you guys are the most fucking twisted fuckers I ever seen. I think you guys are so twisted. And I think you guys are sick, you know, to make slaves out of fucking human beings, you know, in this mafia system that we live. Yeah, it's a fucking mafia system. It is, you know, and you call that positive, being in a mafia-like system. You know, it's funny how people how they are with money. You know, you you lend them money, you give them a letter of notice and say, hey, you need to pay. You get another week's notice. Hey, you need to pay, and then you shut off the water. You shut off their electricity. You shut off anything. So tell me what's so positive about that. You know, you tell me what's so positive about that. Well, let's say we didn't pay for my car. Let's say I didn't pay my car bill. I get a notice from the bank. You know, the notice will give me a warning. You need to pay the bill. You need to pay the car payments. You know, and then all of a sudden the repo man takes my car away. You know, the repo man takes my car away. So what's so positive about that? You know, it's funny that every corporations and business, they require you to have a car, a transportation to go to work. That's in the application, if you notice that. You got to have a transportation to go to work. That's required. You know, or find some kind of transportation, make sure you get to work on time, you know? That's another fucking, it's all a fucking racket. Corporation made a big, huge racket in this fucking planet, you know? And it's all favored to the white person. You know, it's all favored to the white person. Or white-owned businesses, if you notice it. The banks are white-owned. Your banks are white-owned, you know? Who does the credit checks? Tell me who does the credit checks? You know, who determines who has a better life, you know? Answer me that. Who determines who has a better life? You know, credit checks. I think that's so unfair to have credit at all. Period. I think there should be no credit system on this fucking planet. You know? It's like, yeah. You rather have somebody starve to have a credit check? You know, you rather have somebody starve to have a credit check. You know? Yeah, I understand food stamps. You know, people need to eat. You know, in this greedy ass fucking system, I give them a shitload of food stamps. In this greedy fucking system, yeah, they deserve all the money they need. These fucking people, the ones who don't have jobs and all that shit, they need all the money. You know, it doesn't matter how long they're on it. It doesn't matter. You know, and you think there's a limit. You got to be a sick fucker to put a limit on people, on lives. So you're playing God. You know, if you put limits on people's lives, you know, you're playing God. Anybody who controls the money controls the people. You know, then you know there's somebody's playing God. All these fucking businesses, these corporations, these governments, they're all playing God with your life. They're acting like a god. That's why I always challenge these fuckers. You know, you challenge these fuckers. They're not gods of you. You believe these people. These people act like they're a god. They think they own everything. You know, anybody who owns anything, you know, especially businesses, anybody that destroys and owns anything, they act like they're gods. So that's why they have their own commercials, and that's why they create their own fake life. They always create these fake facade life of their lives. You know, they always show you they always show you the false reality of what life really is. If you notice, the commercials are like it's not really real. You know, compared to a person who has privilege. When a person has privilege, there's a difference. You know, they see a totally different world when a person has privileges. You know, why I always ask this question: why do we have people who have privileges? You know, why? I'm questioning. I'm questioning all you motherfuckers out there. Why is there people that have privileges? You know, why can't the poor people have privilege? Why cannot? Why can't the poor people or the homeless people or the people who are hungry have some privileges? You know? Why does the one who makes the most money have the most privilege? So you gotta question these fuckers. You know, these greedy ass motherfuckers, you know? Like I said, I believe in the word free, you know? If everything was for free, then you would have no hunger. Then you would have no homeless people. You know? Think about it, you stupid fuck. You know, you gotta be a dumb fuck to believe you gotta to believe everybody should suffer. Every human being should suffer. Yeah, I know. I know. Some part of me is like, why? Why do we? It's like everything. Why is everything in life have to be approved? That's the biggest word that I see, especially in America. You have to be approved. You know, that's the most brainwashed bullshit that I ever see. That if you have to be approved, then you're playing God. Then you are playing God when you say you have to be approved. That means banks control us. You know, that means your job. You know, without your job, you can't be approved. You know, if you don't pay on time, if you don't pay your bills on time, you can't be approved. So who is the one playing God and improving everybody's life? You're not making improvements in people's life when you approve people. You know, that means you're segregating people. You're separating people, the poor, the rich. You know, the homeless. You're separating. You know, you divide and conquer, you stupid fucks. Divide and conquer in greed. You know, I hear these greedy motherfuckers talk about divide and conquer because all they care about is themselves. They don't care about the person next to them. You know, charities don't count. Like I said, charities and all the other shit. Humanity, whatever you call them, they don't count. You're not helping. It's supposed to be. You guys don't think permanently. That's the problem with fucking humans. Problems with you fucking humans out here. You don't think permanently at all. You know? It's always a temporary solution. I have this thought about these Christian people, the way they think. I have this thought about Christian people, the way they think they're the sickest fucks I ever seen. You know? They are the sickest fucks I ever seen. You know? Christians, you know? There's nothing positive about these fuckers. All you Christians out there, you're not positive. You're not bringing any positivity on this fucking planet. You're just sending false realities of what you think of what this reality should be. Full of greed and selfishness, you know? By worshiping the almighty corporation and the almighty banks, you know, that's what Christianity is in America is like. You know, they're so backwards. I think every Christian should not be forgiven. Nobody in this fucking planet should not be forgiven. You know, I believe nobody should be forgiven for what they done. That's my honest being, because they're not honest. They believe that they're honest, but they're actually liars, and all they care about is war, and all they care about is making everybody else below them. They think they're the most important. They're not important. All Christianity, they're not important. They never will be important because they're what I was asking. Why should we forgive? Why should they be forgiven? That's the question I always ask. It's like, why should they be forgiven since they abuse? so much on this fucking planet. You know, they abuse this fucking planet to a core, and they abused everybody else around life, all life. You know, white Christians. You know, white. You know, it's like, yeah, they abuse. You know, they abuse, and they keep on abusing, and they turn around. They ignore their abuse. They ignore their abuse. You know, they live in their fantasy land where they believe that everything's all hunky doodle, and greed is good. You know, yeah. No Christian should be forgiven. You know, that's what I believe. You know, I think the heaven and hell. I believe the heaven and hell should be taken away. You know, it should be taken away. Heaven and hell should be taken away from these fucking delusional people. They don't need the heaven and hell. To me, is another way of sticking a gun in your head to be a slave to these rich, greedy motherfuckers. That's what the heaven and hell is used for, and that's why they use it all the time to manipulate you, to believe, you know, materialism is great. Materialism is good, you know? The stupidity of what religious people are. The manipulation of being a slave and manipulation of believing in money. You know, the fake paper money that you believe in. You know, that everybody knows the fake paper money has no value. Everybody knows. You know, and here they are manipulating us to believe it has value, but it doesn't. You know, just like gold. To me, gold is nothing but make-believe. It's just a shiny-ass rock. You know, Christians are programmed to be a slave. That's all they are. We're all programmed to be a slave in this fucking reality, you know? Yeah. You call destroying positive. You call... You're it's like I said, you're supposed to be a caretaker of this fucking planet, not the destroyer. But these fucking white fuckers did it all, manipulated us. All these white motherfuckers manipulated us. You know, to believe in their fucking crap. To believe in greed. Yeah. Listen to the words. Because they're nothing but full of shit. That's all they are. They're nothing but full of shit. You know, it's funny. I have white friends that have more sense than these people. Than Christians. I have white friends that have way more sense. You know, that really can see through this reality for what it is. You know? That's funny. You know, it's funny that I have white people following me. I could see that, and I'm transgender too, so it's like that's even more weird, you know, being who I am. You know, I'm just saying, you know, it's like I'm not here to be popular. I never was here to be popular. I don't give a fuck about anybody who subscribes to me. You know, here, please do not subscribe to me. That's all I'm saying. Just. I'm not here to get subscribers. So, you know, I'm here to break down people. You know, I'm here to find the certain people that I like. You know, that really actually sees through this madness, this fucking psychotic madness. That's what it is. You know, these people who believe in greed is like they're psychotic. They make you go to war. They manipulate you to go to war for them. You know, the civil war coming up. The Civil War is pure bullshit. It's about white people, basically. That's what it is. The Civil War is about white greed. That's all it is. You know, you fight for your fake freedom. You're fighting for corporations. You're fighting for everything. Government is corporation. You're fighting for this shit, and you listen to these white motherfuckers. You know, these white motherfuckers. I mean, that's all they do is manipulate. and they fight, and they're willing to shoot you without a thought. They're willing to shoot you without a thought if they really have compassion. If they really do have compassion, in the future there will be a civil war. Hopefully, it's in another alternate reality. I'm hoping that in another alternate reality, not in this reality, that there will be no civil wars at all. I know about alternate realities. There's infinite alternate realities that people don't really understand. Realities can be changed. Your reality can be changed. You have time travelers. You got white time travelers. Trying to keep the greed going on. I wish the AI in the future shoot the fuckers. Shoot them down. Because the time travelers are so whacked out. Again, like I said, and they're all white. They're all fucking white. Their greedy ass will always be. If you have white time travelers, you're gonna still have greed, and it's always gonna be in their favor. If you have white time travelers, it's always gonna be in their favor, especially in this reality of fucking greedy assholes. Yeah. Those are some of the questions I like to ask, that I want to ask you. So, have a nice fucking day, you fucking greedy ass motherfuckers.